Friends, this was a little bit delayed. We're in the process of selling a house, buying property, and building a house. Understandable, there's going to be some delays, but it's always my focus to get this out in a timely fashion. Hello YouTubers, this is a noobifier on the 12th of July 2024. There was an hour-long starcitizen not so live Q&A mission making part 2 Super Friends Super Talk. Here's what you need to know. Jared said that this show was recorded on Wednesday. Questions were taken from Spectrum and obviously not taken from chat because it wasn't a live chat. The developers selected questions from that list. We asked about containers and the answer was that cargo running missions are designed with a specific type or capacity ship. So mission number 2, for example, might be good for a Cutlass-sized ship. And you could obviously do that mission with an Avenger Titan, but you would need to do more runs to be successful. As a player, you will see in the future within the contract what the parameters are so you can choose with a plan in mind. Jared asked if the player could specify or know in advance the size of the containers used within a mission before, and the answer was no, not yet, but they liked the idea. If you had a stockpile of a commodity that was yours and you took a mission to move that commodity from point A to point B, you cannot introduce your own stuff to complete the mission because the mission is to move their stuff from point A to point B. But they said that they plan to have a resource gathering mission called Scavenger, and that then you would be able to add your stockpile to complete the mission. Reputation can be earned or lost on missions, and in the future this means we're going to get an overhaul to include the EVR system with missions, so reputation will become part of the payout calculation that they use for balance. We were reminded of the sandbox nature of all of these missions when they said that there's nothing stopping a friend from joining you on a mission that you take to help out with escort or with heavy lift. Missions may be created in the future that will require a land transfer versus using a ship. So you grab your little buggy and move some stuff around, but they were joking about the idea that you could be bombed into absolute dust and not even know what hit you, so there's a risk. And they also said that missions may be created in the future that the object is so small that it does not require a crate, something like a credit card. And then they also said that missions can be created in the future where a player can create the cargo running mission for others to accept and to complete. But they said that that was like future, and they said that all that requires many other things to be completed in the back end, but it's coming soon TM. If a mission is available but never taken, it will time out and it'll be reset and it'll become available again. Missions that occur within a landing zone were removed to preserve performance, and they wish to add them again once the server can support it. A player could in theory take many missions at the same time and then design a route to chain many missions to completion at the same time. They did say that that would increase the consequence for failing because your reputation hit would be multiplied by how many missions were ongoing when you failed. There was an over 25-minute stretch where people were talking and it was all great, but nothing really significant was informational for this breakdown format. Then they moved towards discussing risk. There are missions planned with and without the protection of a safe zone, and this again was not shocking or against what we've expected from the game for the last 11 years. And when performing the future scavenger missions, they confirmed again that if you have stuff and need to deliver it, that you can, but you can obviously achieve this by stealing the stuff, buying the stuff, or collecting the stuff yourself. And that's it, a fun show. Thanks very much for spending your time with me. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.